In this video, I want to talk about Soulslikes from a different perspective. If you love the punishing difficulty, intricate world design, and subtle storytelling of games like Dark Souls, but prefer your adventures on a 2D plane, then this video is for you. I'm going to break down 5 incredible 2D games and explain not just what makes them incredible, but why they also capture that Souls-like magic. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. First up, we have what many consider a modern classic, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a stunning Metroidvania with a gorgeous hand-drawn art style, set in the vast ruined insect kingdom of Hollow Nest. You play as a silent, nameless knight on a pilgrimage to uncover the kingdom's many secrets, facing off against a mysterious blight that threatens to consume everything. Hollow Knight perfectly nails the Souls-like formula with its core mechanics. Just like in Dark Souls, when you die, you lose all of your currency called Geo and have to go on a tense corpse run to get it back. Die before you get it, it's gone forever. The game's checkpoints, called benches, work just like bonfires, restoring your health and healing items, but also respawning all the enemies. The deep, melancholic lore is rarely spoon-fed to you. You have to actively piece it together through item descriptions and environmental details, a hallmark of environmental storytelling. And of course, the punishing but fair combat requires you to meticulously learn attack patterns and exploit small openings, as reckless button mashing is quickly punished. But beyond its Souls-like elements, Hollow Knight stands out for its immersive atmosphere and world building, creating a melancholic and mysterious tone that is arguably unmatched. The fluid combat and platforming are incredibly satisfying and a joy to master, blending seamlessly into both exploration and boss fights. Finally, the massive interconnected map of Hollow's Nest is a labyrinth of winding paths and hidden secrets, and the sense of discovery as you find new areas and shortcuts is a huge part of the game's addictive appeal. Next up, we have a game that wears its inspiration proudly on its sleeve, Salt and Sanctuary. Salt and Sanctuary is perhaps the most direct translation of Dark Souls into a 2D plane. It features a similar bleak fantasy aesthetic, deep RPG system, and challenging, methodical combat, all rendered in a distinctive hand-drawn style. This game truly feels like a 2D Dark Souls blueprint. It has nearly every core mechanic, from a stamina bar and an equip load system to a wide variety of weapons and armor types. The game's currency, salt, functions identically to Souls. You drop it upon death, and you have to perform a corpse run to retrieve it. The checkpoints, called sanctuaries, act just like bonfires where you can rest, level up, and resupply. And of course, it's set in a bleak, desolate world with a deliberately cryptic narrative told through item descriptions and fragmented NPC dialogue. This is a game for the Dark Souls fans who crave that specific blend of challenge, exploration, and RPG depth in a new perspective. The deep RPG mechanics offer a massive skill tree and a huge arsenal of weapons and gear, allowing for an incredible amount of build variety and replayability. Additionally, the ability to customize your sanctuaries by joining different creeds adds a unique layer of strategic depth and player choice. Prepare for a descent into the macabre with our third entry, Blasphemous. Blasphemous is a brutal, action-packed Metroidvania with a grim, religiously inspired pixel art style. You play as the Penitent One, a silent knight on a pilgrimage through Custodia, a land cursed by a mysterious supernatural force known only as the Miracle. Blasphemous puts a punishing twist on the formula. When you die, you leave behind a guilt fragment, which reduces your combat effectiveness until you retrieve it, making every corpse run impactful. The world is a canvas of grotesque religious symbolism, and its harrowing story is revealed through fragmented item descriptions and environmental details, a masterful example of environmental storytelling. The challenging combat is methodical and places a strong emphasis on parrying, which is a critical skill for survival. As you'd expect, the shrines you rest at not only restore your health, but also respawn enemies, reinforcing that classic risk-reward loop. This game is instantly recognizable for its unique and gruesome pixel art, which is both disturbing and visually stunning. The punishing combat is deliberate and weighty, and the satisfaction of perfectly parrying an attack and executing a brutal finisher is immense. Lastly, the compelling lore and atmosphere are steeped in suffering and sorrow, creating a deep, fascinating, and often disturbing backstory that slowly unfurls as you explore. Switching gears a bit, we have a game that blends genres masterfully, Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a roguelite, Metroidvania, and action platformer hybrid. You play as a failed alchemic experiment, and each death sends you back to the beginning of the procedurally generated island, though you retain some permanent upgrades, creating an addictive loop. While it's primarily a roguelite, Dead Cells has a distinctly Souls-like feel to its combat and difficulty. It's incredibly fast-paced but still methodical, with a core loop of dodging, parrying, and attacking that is a cornerstone of the Souls-like genre. The game is known for its brutal difficulty and challenging boss fights that demand quick reflexes and deep mastery of its mechanics. It effectively takes the difficult pattern-based combat and the pervasive sense of a harsh, unforgiving world and blends it with the procedural generation and permadeath of a roguelike, making it a perfect fusion. The fast-paced, fluid combat is an absolute joy, with a huge variety of weapons and abilities to find and experiment with on each run. The roguelite elements ensure that every playthrough is different, which keeps the experience incredibly fresh and endlessly replayable. Finally, the satisfying progression means that even when you die, you still feel like you've accomplished something, as you can spend the cells you've collected on permanent upgrades, making you a little stronger for your next attempt. Finally, we delve into a world of sorrow and spectral allies with Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. Ender Lilies is a dark fantasy Metroidvania where you play as Lily, a young priestess who awakens in a ruined kingdom plagued by devastating blight. Unable to fight on her own, Lily can cleanse the blight from corrupted spirits and command the souls of fallen knights and monsters to fight on her behalf. Ender Lilies channels the Souls-like feel in its core loop. Just like in Dark Souls, Lily has a limited number of healing charges that she can use to restore her health, and using them leaves her vulnerable, requiring careful timing. The game's atmosphere and story are deeply melancholic, told through fragmented item descriptions and notes that subtly review the tragic history of the kingdom. And of course, the challenging bosses are a major feature, each with a distinct attack pattern that you have to learn to defeat. The unique combat system is incredibly engaging. Instead of fighting herself, Lily commands purified spirits to attack, allowing for a highly customizable and flexible playstyle. The hauntingly beautiful atmosphere and the gorgeous melancholic soundtrack make the ruined world a joy to explore. Lastly, the emotional storytelling is a profound tale about loss and redemption, told in a subtle yet impactful way that resonates long after you've finished the game. And there you have it, 5 incredible games that not only stand on their own as fantastic experiences, but also expertly capture the essence of what makes the Souls-like genre so beloved. Whether you're looking for a direct translation, a roguelite twist, or a truly unique take on the formula, these games offer hours of challenging, rewarding, and often brutal fun. What are your favorite 2D Souls-likes? Did I miss any of your top picks? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more gaming content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.